Hey everybody, it's David and Brian with Greenwood Estates Realty bringing you March's Real Estate Insight, and the topic this month is popular finishes, styles, and Pantones for your home updates. So we'll start off with a basic question. What's the difference between a finish, a style, and a Pantone? So a Pantone obviously is really just the colors we're using, right? And colors play a big part into how everything flows. And one of the main trends, I would say the number one trend we're seeing is moving away from everything being white, right? The sterile whites, and moving into more contrasting colors, a little bit more, I'd say warm. You know, there's potentially some bold in there, maybe more accent walls, but primarily we're seeing moving away from white.
Yeah, and I think we like some, kind of muted, warm, earthy, colors. One of the most popular colors over the last, 5 years, and it continues to be popular. All right, the agreeable gray from Sherwin-Williams, right? It's Swatch SW7029. All right, I mean it's like a grayish brown. That's why it's very kind of a light taupe, but this looks good with almost anything out there.
Yep. All right. So finishes. Obviously, this comes down to your fixtures, right? Your faucets, your light fixtures, counters, doorknobs, all of that stuff. And so what we're seeing here is moving away from the shiny, right? Shiny silver or chrome, and moving into more of the matte black, the muted gold, the brushed. It's not brushed nickel, but brushed gold fixtures. A lot of that is going into new construction. And it looks really good, especially paired with some of those warmer Pantones we just mentioned a second ago.
100%, right? So out with the satin nickel, oil rub bronze finishes, right? And of course the brass, that was a 90s type finish, right? We're going you're right to that muted gold. We've closed a handful of new build homes, this year, with Tri-Point, Landmark, KB Home, and Dreamfinders, and we're seeing that more and more. So, stay tuned. I think it's a good finish to potentially pick for your next repair or renovation.
Yeah, and the textures are a big piece, right? The woods and the shiplap and the different tiles. There's a lot of texture I think we're seeing in new construction. So, to the extent that can be incorporated into your renovation plan is something to pay attention to. And we're mindful that, again, this is all premised on consistency within the design, right? You don't want to have a super out of style room over here and then have this completely contradictory kitchen or bathroom over here on the side. So.
And remember, don't overdo it with your textures, right? I mean, as David said, your shiplap, your paint lines, your wallpaper. I mean, use that strategically in certain parts of the house, single rooms like the powder room or the office. Don't be putting that in your kitchen or your great room. It's too loud of a statement. So kind of be selective, with the use of those. But I mean, it can really make your house pop and really be a wow accent piece.
Right. And so lastly, the styles, right? We're seeing modern farmhouse is going out a little bit, right? As well as the extreme open floor plans. Those were popular for a moment in time. But now, with the amount of work from home and other reasons, right, we're seeing there being a bigger need for more purpose spaces, right? Not one big room when there's no separation. It's kind of what we're seeing the builders move back to. Home offices, a little bit more, I don't want to say more walls, but again, division of space is coming back in terms of style.
Yeah, more definition, right? And as David mentioned, right, those great rooms, the 90s and the 2000s where you have, those huge volume ceilings. I mean, they certainly have their place, but I think in today's world, as we're being more environmentally conscious and more energy, friendly, I think we're realizing, just how much energy can be wasted in some of those rooms, and really sometimes it just feels, vacuous and kind of empty when some of those spaces are disproportionately too big.
So again, if you're getting ready to make one of these renovations and you want to bounce off your ideas on either one of us, we're happy to be a resource. Thanks for joining us today, and remember, we're more than just your realtors, we're your real estate advisors. If you have a question about anything real estate related, please reach out. We're always happy to help.